Okay, copy and complete the table of values for this quadratic function. These are the questions under it, but we know that but for you to solve this, we need to fill up the table, and we have a little problem because we don't know the values of a, b and c. So we need to get these values before we can substitute. That's for each corresponding value of x, we now get y. And it would have been faster if we are given the x-intercept, that is where y is 0. We now use the second form of quadratic because we have three forms. This is the general form. We still have other forms. So this is the one they gave us, is the general form. We still have y equals a times x minus h squared plus k, x minus alpha times x minus beta. So the first one is where hk, that is the vertex, and alpha beta are the x-intercepts. Yes. So but we're not going to use it because there is no, as you can see, there is no s-intercept here. That's where y is 0. And also there is no coordinate of the center, that's hk. I just told you aside this one, this is the general form, you still have the quadratic function in terms of the center and in terms of the s-intercept. So let's now, it will lead to simultaneous. Let's choose 3 points here. Since we have a, b and c. And to make it easier, you choose the point where the values are very small. So I will choose x minus 1, 3, that's y 3. So this and this, other these ones are very large. So let's now start, let's fill up. So at x, but to make our solution faster, I will start by choosing this one. So the first point I will get, it will help, since x is 0, it will help us to get the one of the unknown first, which is c. Yes, so if we choose x equals 0, y is minus 3 at x, zero, y minus 3, you see that y is minus 3 and y x is 0. So it will be faster to get one of the unknown, which is c. So we now have that c is now minus 3. So we've gotten the one of the unknown. So let's choose another point at, I think, minus 1, x minus 1, y what? 3. So x minus 1, y 3. So we substitute again. X minus 1, y 3. So this 3 equals a minus 1 square plus b times minus 1 plus c. So instead of writing plus, we now replace it with minus 3. Have you seen why I had to get c first before any other? So this is 3, this is a, this is minus b, this is minus 3. So making the equation to be 6 equals a minus, so let's call it equation, that's equation 1. So the other one at x1, y minus 5. So 1 minus 5. So y is 5 minus 5 and x is 1. So it will still replace c as minus 3. I've told you that's the reason I got it first. So this is minus, this is a, that's okay, this is 1, sorry. So this is plus b minus 3. So I have that this is minus 2a plus b. So that gives equation 2. So we have two equations now to solve simultaneously. So let's solve by by elimination. So we'll add equation. Let's add in equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 and equation 2, so that we'll eliminate b. We'll see that by adding that 6 plus minus 2 is 4. A plus a is 2a, so b is gone. So we'll solve for a. We see that a is 2, so we've gotten the value of a. Since we've gotten the value of a, we'll choose any of the equation and substitute a as 2. So let's choose equation, I think equation 2 is better. So from equation 2, we'll see that if we solve for b, b is now minus 2 minus a. Minus 2 minus a, which is minus 2 minus 2, which is minus 4. So the value of b is minus 4. So we've gotten the quadratic function. Therefore the quadratic function is now y equal to a is 2, so 2x squared minus 4x minus 3. Okay, this is the quadratic function now. So this is the quadratic function. So let's now fill up the table. Yes, so we'll start the first one when x is minus 2, so we'll substitute. So when x is minus 2, so y is now equal to y is equal to 2 minus 2 squared minus 4 times minus 2 minus 3. So this is 8 plus 8 minus 3, so that should be 13. So when x is minus 2, y is 13, so we substitute. This is minus, so this is 13. So the first value now we've gotten that. So the other one, when x is 2, let's get for y. So when x is 2, so we now have that y is now 2 squared, 2 times 2 squared minus 4 times 2 minus 3. So this is the same 8. This 2, not minus, this 2. That's minus 8 minus 3. So we get minus 3. So when x is 2, y is minus 3. We substitute again, is minus 3. So the next point, when x is 3, let's get for y. When x is 3, so y is now equal to, substitute 2 3 all squared minus 4 times 3 times 3 minus 3. So y is equal to, this is 18 minus 12 minus 5 minus 3. So this should be, that's 18 minus 15, that should be 3. So when x is 3, y is also 3. We'll write 3 3. So the last point now, when x is 4, when x is 4, so y is now equal to 2 times 4 squared minus 4 times 4 minus 3. So to solve this first part, I will factor 4 squared so that it will be easy. I have 2 minus 1 minus 3. Do you get? You know, I'm trying to avoid, because this is 4 square 4 square. So this is now 16 minus 3. That should is 13. So we have x is 4, y is 13. So this is 13. So we are done with the table. Let's now plot the graph. Yes, but before you plot the graph, you need to check, because we have to check the maximum and minimum. So do you see that the minimum value for x, the minimum is minus 2, the maximum is 6, so we have more positive than, so our origin will shift to the left. Yes, for x. So y, for y, we have minimum of minus 3, maximum of 45, so it will go down. So our origin will be down left. Yes, so that the graph will be very big. So that's what you have to consider, so that you have to accommodate the points. So let's do it. So I'm counting 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is 3, meaning 1 2 3, this is 1.5. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, this is 6. Yes, this should be 1 2 3, this is 4.5. Okay, why this is 1 2, this is 1.5, that's minus. So y, for y, since the maximum is 35, sorry, 45, so I'll count 1 2 3, this is 20, 1 2 3, this is 40. Okay, so this is minus 20 down here. Okay, so now to locate the point will be very hard. Yes, because as you can see, the point is fast, like 13. So we're going to use this method, yes, to each of the grid. So we need to know each of the minor grid lines. So for each grid line, we use this formula. Each grid line, remember why I had to do this is to make the graph very large. So if we plot this, it will be very, very large. So we are going to use this formula. Each grid line is the interval you are moving, or what you want to get, over the total grid lines. Yes, so for x now, we are moving at an interval of 1, we are moving interval of 1.5, and the total grid line to that 1.5 is 5 10 15. So 1.5 over 15. So meaning this 15 over, I think, 1/5. That's 1 over 10. So each of them is 0.1 for x. Y, for y, you are moving at an interval of 20. And how many grid line? 5 10 15. So 20 over 15. This is 4 over 3, meaning 1.33333. So but that one is by the way. So let's, each of these grid line for x is 0.1, for y is 1.4 over 3 or 1.33. So to locate, so which implies that if I'm to locate the total grid line that will give us a particular value, we now do interval over the total, that's making it the subject of formula here. Interval over the total over each grid line. So let's do it so that you see what I'm saying. Since I'm looking for minus 2 is set to, okay, minus 2 is not seen there. You see minus, what I'm seeing is minus 1.5. So to locate minus 2, remember minus just the direction. So for x, if I'm to locate minus 2, so I'll do 2 I told you the 2 is just minus. The minus sign is the direction. Over each of them is 0.1. Do you get what I'm looking for is 2 over that. So I have how many? That's 20 grid lines. So to locate 2 now, see 20 the grid line, 5, 10, 15, 20. You see it? And to locate, so meaning here is 2. Here is 2. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's there. Let's locate 3. Oh, sorry, 13. So for y now, y is now 13 over each of the grid line is what? 4 over 3. Let me use 4 over 3. So meaning 39 over 4. So I have that's 9 remainder 3 and 37.5. So 9.75 grid lines. So remember 13 positive, so it's up. So I'm counting now. 5, 10. This is 9 points, so not up to 10. 5. So it should be here now. So 9 point something closer to 10. So these points at x equals to y 13. So that's the first point. Why the second point? So that's why I say to make it big, you need to be, and meanwhile I didn't label the axis. Always label your axis. This is y axis. Why this is x axis. So to locate -1, 3. So also 1 minus 1 is not seen, 3 is not seen. So let's do the same. For x is minus. I told you the minus just the direction. 1 over 0.1, which is 10. So 10 grid lines. So x will be 10, 5, 10. So C1 here. Y for y is 3, I think 3. So 3 over 4 over 3. 3 over 4 over 3. That's 9 over 4. That's 2.225. Yes. So we've got 5, 10 for 1. That's for -1. And 2.25 grid lines. So we'll move up how many times? Because it's positive. 1, 5, 10 for 1. See 1 here. So we'll move 1 to 2 points. So it's somewhere here. So that's it. Why? When x is 0 minus 3, so down, the same thing, 2 point down. So C0 will now move 2 points. 1, 2, just 2 points, so somewhere. So that's it. When x1, 1, the same 1, 10 green lines. So let's get for 5 minus down. So 5 over 4 over 3, which is 15 over 4. That should be 3.75. That's, yes, 3 point. So 3.75, almost 4 green lines. Down. So 10 is for 1, 5, 10. So we'll move 3. 1, 2, 3, almost 4. Okay. So the next one is 2 minus 3. So 2 is, we've done 2. 2 is how many grid line? 20. And we've also done 3. Okay, 3 is in there, so makes it easy. 2 minus 3. Okay, 2 minus 3, so downward 2, and so move 20 grid lines to 5, 10, 15, 20, 2, and minus 3, meaning we'll move the same units down. So we'll move one, the same thing should be here. 1, 2, 3, somewhere here. So because it's minus 3. So 3, 3. 3, we've all calculated 3 for x. Okay, no. So 3 over 0.1, meaning 30 grid line. And we've done 3 for y, which is 2.25 grid line, but it is positive. Positive meaning up. So 30 grid line for 3. Okay, see 3. We see 3 here. So y up 2.2 grid lines up 1, 2. So somewhere here. So the next one is what? So that's 4 and 13. 4 will be 4 over 40 as 4 over 0. Meaning 40 and 13. We've done 13 before, the same place. So let's just 45, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So the same place here. So 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we'll move almost here. So y 527. So 5 will be 50. 5 over 0. So let's check for 27. So for y 27, I have 27 over 4 over 3, which is 27 times 3 is 81 over 4. Yes, 81. That's carry 2. Okay, so we have 220. So 10.25. Yes, that's 20. Sorry, 20.25. So we'll move 20. How many down or up? So we'll move up. Okay. So 5 will be 50. So no need. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And we'll move how many up? 25, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20.25. So it should be somewhere here. 5, 10, 15, so somewhere here. So the next one is 45 and 6. So we can see 6. So let's check 45 will be 45 over. To get 45 over how many? 4 over 3. So this is 5 carry 1. That 135 over 4. And this is 3 in 15, 3. So that's the 3.75. So we'll move how many? 3.75 grid lines up. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So somewhere here. So we've gotten the point. So the next thing is to join the points. So we'll join the points. So let's join. So we've joined the points. Let's change the color to which one is good. So I change it to, let's change this. So let's increase the thickness. Let's increase the thickness so that you can see it. Okay, that's the curve, which is y equals, this curve is y, this is y equals 2x squared minus 4x minus 3. So always level. So that's the curve. So they asked us to use it and solve. We've done this. So use it and solve that. The first bi, a squared plus bs plus c equal to 0. You know y is 0, meaning x-intercept. That's the point of intersection of x-axis and the curve. Yeah. So this is, so s squared plus bs plus c equal to 0 is the point of intersection of the first curve, which is what we are given, y equals as squared plus bs plus c, and y equal to 0, and y equal to 0 is x-axis. So go to the graph. The question is telling us go to the graph wherever the, so another name for x-axis is y equal to 0. This is y. So where did they intersect? So the answer is this point. So this point, maybe A, let's call it A. This point A, and this is point B. So the answer is point A and B.
Which are x equals minus 0.5, x equals to 2.8. Yes. So these are the answers. So coming to the second question.
We need to do some algebra. So we are given this. Let's copy it. Let's paste it. So we have A. Okay. So we have, so see, the same way we need to get as squared plus bs plus c. So any other thing we get, we'll find their point of intersection. So first of all, we open up this as squared plus bx plus 2x plus c minus 2 equal to 0. We now have as squared plus bs plus c. We move this one to the other side, is now minus 2x plus 2. So what's the meaning of this? Okay, this is the point, this is the point of intersection of the first curve, which is the one we plotted already, and y equals minus 2x plus 2. So but we need to graph. We've known, as you can see, the graph is the as squared plus bs plus c is this one, the curve. So we need to draw the graph of minus y equals minus 2s plus 2, and this is a line, a slant line. So let's draw the line, and for you to get a particular line, you need 2 points. So we need only 2 points for us to get a line, a particular line. So let's choose points that are within the graph, that's the grid line. So if I check x0, 2 is within there, yes. So at x equals 0, we see that y will be 2, and 2 is within here. Yes, y2 is there. 2 is within this interval. And if I check x equals minus 1, so at x equals okay, let's make it 1, because 1 is already there. Y will be 0. Yes, which is also. So let's locate these 2 points. When x is 0, y is 2. And I think we've plotted 2 before for y. Let's check. Have we plotted 2 on the table? Let's check whether there is where y is 2. Okay, let's get y equals 2. So let's get y equals 2. So I have 2 over how many grid lines? 4 over 3, each of them. So this is 2 times 3 over 4. That's 3 over 2. That's 1.5 grid line. So x0, y. So 1.5 grid line up since it's positive. So let's go. S0, S0, y 1.5 grid line. So 1 somewhere here. 1.5. So that's the first point of the line. So the second one, x1, so 1 will be 1 over 0, so 10, and so 10 grid line. So 1 and 0, so where x is 1, see it's 10 grid line, 10, see it here, so here, and y is 0, so on the axis. So this is, so we join these 2 points, that becomes the line. So let's join it. So let's join it. Okay, that's the line. That's the line. So let's label it. This is y equals, let's label it. Let's move it down small. So this is y equals, the line is y equals minus 2x plus 2. So, and where, remember the solution is the point of intersection. So the point of intersection is this place. So let's call it C and D. So that's the solution. So let's trace down. This is 1, 2, 2.5. That's 5, 10, 5, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13. So 13 grid lines. So that's minus 1.3. So we shall. So the solution is now, we shall x equals minus that's 1.3, or x equals, let's check, this one is, let's check, this 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 2.3. So which is 2 points, that's it, 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 21, 2, 3, so 2.3. So that's the solution.